You can taste the flavour of John Hancock. Ugh. Hello and welcome to another video. And I know this video has been out a few days, but it did seem very interesting when I first heard about it. So I thought I'd check it out. Now it's a very long video, almost 45 minutes. If I had my commentary in, oh, that could be another two-parter, unless I get to the point where I've just had enough of it. Because John Hancock, the Immortal John Hancock, well, it just seems to have changed his name back down to John Hancock now. I know that YouTube have done a handles thing recently where you can choose your YouTube handle. Mine's DVDfeverGames. I'm just sticking with DVDfeverGames, so I haven't changed it. I've changed it to DVDfeverGames from the usual sort of incomprehensible set of random characters it assigns you. I changed that some time ago. But just one thing that's interesting, because, well, before I get to this video itself, because Hancock did say, Hancock's basically, he said kids give him games at gaming expos, and then he's just taken them along to other gaming expos and swap meets and so on, and just sold them on. So he's been collecting games for his museum for God knows how long, and not actually keeping them for his museum. He's just been selling them on. So he's a bloody scammer, absolute scammer. But look at him with his cheery fucking beard. Here we go. Now the weird thing is, okay, this was posted up on October 21st. He thanks Hans from Seattle Retro Guy. Whether Hans from Seattle Retro Guy is watching this, I have absolutely no idea. But if we go to his channel, obviously it's not giving him any extra hits or anything, because when we just look at all his videos, he's still okay. He's only got about 1,500 subscribers. Really should be getting some more hits than that. It's like he's just posting them without actually posting the links on social media and so on, so he's not promoting them. But I had a look at he has also posted the this interview as well, this chat, whatever you call it, and it's the exact same video. So between this and John Hancock, so Hancock posted his on October 21st. God, even after a week and a half, it's only got 3,000 views almost. That's not very many for bloody 125,000 subscribers. God. There's a thing called reuse content. Basically, if you just take someone else's video and re-upload it without, adding to it, so not a fair use styley kind of thing. Presumably, Seattle Retro Guy, his channel is monetized because he's got over 1,000 subscribers. I know you have to get 4,000 watch hours per year as well. But even if he's got all that and if he's monetized, YouTube's algorithm will see that video, the original, well, not the original, it was obviously Seattle Retro Guy has filmed it because John's accredited him with that. But Hancock's put it up first, and then Seattle Retro Guy's done it the day after. So the algorithm at some point will come along to Seattle Retro Guy and say, you're reusing a video on this channel. Well, to be honest, when the reuse content thing comes around, they don't tell you which videos it is, but obviously he'll know. And they'll just basically, they don't just demonetize that particular video, they demonetize the entire channel until you figure out which video are causing the problem, which video or videos are causing the problem, and then you delete it and then reapply a month later. So Seattle Retro Guy screwed himself there if he is monetized. If he's not, then hey ho, but if it was me, I'd be filming it and just putting it up on my own channel, and fuck Hancock. I'd cream all the hits for myself. Anyways, as much as I hate to watch it on Hancock's channel, I'll stick with that one. Let's get into it. Oh, just before I get into it, I did try commenting on his video, but he shadow banned me, so no one saw it. But Ramon Perez, this video is dedicated to all you haters who question John's honest intentions. What, of taking games from children and selling them on at swap meets? The choice voice, haters who wouldn't trust Mr. Hancock. Seems like one of the most honest YouTubers I've ever seen. Fuck off. Are they taking the piss? I mean, I know Darius has mentioned it. If he didn't have a beard, you wouldn't trust him. It's his beard and his happy laugh and hoo hoo hoo. His humble appearance. He always says he's so humble. Callum Hunter, thing is, I don't think most are actually haters since it's taken over 4 years with little updates, so people had a reason to question this. Well, the info and facts are out there now, so we'll see what the info and facts are. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, simp, 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 simp. Oh, forget it. I'm not even going to waste my fucking time looking at all that. Let's see how this goes. And I will just say this may end up as a 2-part video because it's so long, or I might just decide I've had enough after a while and then call it a day. Depends how much of this I can stomach.
All right, here we go. Thank you so much for you folks taking time out of your day to be here. This is...
Oh, sorry, I will just say, of course, you got to trust him because of his beard, but you can't trust the guy who's not got a beard. Oh, God, oh. And then I've obviously got Bane from Batman there with him as well.
A long time coming, something I've wanted to do for a while. And this is a crazy journey. Really,
Crazy, that's sure.
The work is starting now.
I thought the work was starting when he took games off kids.
It's important to know that this is an idea and a dream that I've had for how long?
Oh, at least 20, 25 years.
So this is my best.
Now, is his microphone not on? Surely they should all be on. If he's going to end up saying a lot, I might end up having to put subtitles on.
Friend Jonathan Rose. He knows me and my collection and my journey well. He also was one of the organizers with me for Callous Gamers for Kids, which raised $100,000 for local charities.
So this is his get out. He's just he tries to appear humble by saying, "Oh, well, I've raised money for a charity, so you've got to trust me. I wouldn't take anything for myself."
With close friends and support of his wife, Chelsea Beck, Corey Strite, Chris Trimew, among many other people in the community. He also was an organizer with me on the Portland Retro Gaming Expo for the first 6 years. Yeah. And so it's very important that he's here because he has a perspective that's grounded and knows me better than almost anybody. And I appreciate it.
We'll see.
Fascinating watching this go from a collection of 200 loose nest carts in a garage above a crazy lady's house to what it is now. It's been quite the journey.
Tell you what, I will just put subtitles on and just in case if I don't know how we're going to hear Bane anyway.
Now it's been quite the journey.
And then to the right of me, or to your left, is Eric Jensen, 64 bits or less. He is someone I feel is very passionate about original hardware, playing original games, not emulated, and that's like his thing, as well as other things. And I felt like when I met, so when I met him, I felt like we had a connection because he got it. Like, you know, when you talk to someone and they connect on your perspective, where you're at, it's really important. And as this idea moved along, it was a dream, or an idea, dream, and then, well, dreams stay dreams unless you start a goal and start working on it.
Yeah, it's just a dream in reality, isn't it? Will this ever come to fruition? I doubt it. And it's all very well to have all original hardware, and like I've said before, I even thought about once about having lots of consoles, you know, set up, taking up an entire room in the house. You know, whether you've got one TV for them all or lots of little TVs. And then you'd have to buy all the games as well. Just like, when are you going to get around to playing all these things? And isn't it just easier to have the ROMs and just have them all on a PC that can run them all? Surely that's a lot easier. I would say that's bloody easier anyway. Just it's all very good and very well and good, but yeah, it's not practical. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I've just gone back a second or two because I pressed the wrong button on my keyboard.
And as this idea moved along, it was a dream, or an idea, dream, and then, well, dreams stay dreams unless you start a goal and start working on it. And this is something I want to do a long time. I think my biggest flaw was just talking about it early, but okay, I got to do something about that. So I did. And so where are we now? I formed a nonprofit. So nonprofit's formed, 501c3 in the state of Washington in 2020. And so So this is our board. What?
I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. So I assembled a team initially of who can help me get it to the next step. And really the big thing is, where do we go from here?
Non-profit? Isn't that, I mean, I just think of quite often on TV in the UK, we get these adverts in between programs where you can win a massive house and it's £1 million house and it could all be yours. Just pay money to this charity. We support these wonderful events, blah, blah, blah. And in the end, it's just a bloody tax dodge. But it's dressed up as a charity where people can win their dream house worth £1 million, which quite frankly, they'll just sell and stay living where they are. Or at least, maybe move abroad or something. Who would live in the UK with £1 million house? I bloody wouldn't. I'd sell it and bloody move abroad. So, non-profit, this just reeks of scam.
Well, first you need to do the right thing, form a nonprofit, establish a board of people that can help you get to the next level. Everybody on here is important and they bring something different to the team. Some couldn't be here. So myself, I introduce you to these two.
Some couldn't be there. Sounds like there's 9 people on there and only 3 of you there. That sounds like 3 of you. Most of you couldn't be there.
Jesse Dreyer, long-time hardcore game enthusiast, very close friend. Another person, I got to tell a side story. So his wedding, I was officiating that. One of my best conversations game-wise was with this gentleman. And we talked, I don't know how many hours? Hours. Wow. And this guy gets me, he gets gaming, he gets what I want to do. He's known about that.
You're all getting something out of it.
That for a long time. And I feel that he brings something to it too, because gaming and having the gameplay experience remembered and its essence is very important. And I think he brings that to the table along with him and with Eric. Those are the gamers that need to be part of a board, a nonprofit board. And so we've been meeting monthly for 2 years.
Monthly? Surely, if you're trying to get something off the ground, you're meeting bloody regularly, not monthly. Oh, let's just turn up monthly. What are we going to do this month? Nothing. Right, okay, let's move on.
So why didn't we do anything earlier? Well, COVID kind of just turned the world upside down.
Oh, here we go. Yes, COVID has affected a lot of things. I do know that. But in terms of production and all the rest of it, there's nothing stopping you doing the behind-the-scenes stuff and getting things moving. I know, obviously the Amico's used that on television have used that for the Amico in order to not produce anything in the shops. Yeah, Playdate, all the other consoles, Evercade, they've got consoles out. They've got stuff done. So to say you can't do anything is fucking bollocks.
I didn't feel I was ready. There's people elsewhere that might say, well, why didn't you, say something? Well, it wasn't.
Well, COVID is a perfect time to get stuff sorted. I've seen shops around my way that during the time when everything was shut down, they used that time to have a bloody good redecorate of their place. So you can set up a store easily, or a place to set up a museum. You should be able to sort that out dead easily, and you probably could have got good deals on places to have the museum at the time, because it was no one had any idea when or if things would open up again. So surely that was a time to buy, or to fix the price for renting.
I wasn't ready to.
Of course you weren't ready to, because you just hadn't figured out what your scam was yet.
Really wanted to do it grounded. Portland Retro Gaming Expo is my home. I've gone.
Oh, so you just wanted somewhere where he could show his humble bearded face and just say, "Oh, I love you guys. This is my home. So I'll just kick the can down the road until it's time to the Portland Retro Gaming blah blah." And here we go.
On every single one of these, I wanted to announce it here. It's going to go on my channel. It's going to be recorded. And other people involved were David Fucher. He's a former mayor of Kelso, 8 years, I think. He's also a financial guy, so he's a mayor guy.
So he's a politician. Then, well, it's not dodgy at all, is it?
And he's a financial guy. You need a money guy. You need a guy to navigate.
Yeah, you need someone who can funnel your money in the right places.
Systems, especially politics, and on that city level. Very intelligent gentleman. I worked with his wife, ironically, for about a decade.
How do you work with somebody ironically? Do you mean coincidentally?
Community mental health. And so there was a lot of connections there, and he knew both me and my wife. Karen Clemenson, who was involved with radio as well as nonprofits, she brings a flavor as well as a local offering of information, very supportive. Rick Weiss is on the board, Portland Retro Gaming Expo's president, and it was really important for me to just keep them in the loop of what's going on. And so he's part of that as well. Portland Retro Gaming Expo has my support. They've sponsored Callous Gamers for Kids, as well as just been with me 100% of the way. These people understand what I want to do, and it's real, it's moving forward.
Just to say, there's definitely a bit of an echo with those microphones, probably because he's got too many close to each other. And so there's a bit of crosstalk, is it, between the two, or just duplication? I don't know, but it's bloody annoying.
It's with real people, it's a real thing, and that's what I'm really here to tell you. It's not some dream or scam or whatever else some silly, stupid people say. It's real. Let's
just say that again.
Some silly, stupid people say.
Hang on.
Some dream or scam or whatever else some silly, stupid people say.
It's not just some dream or scam or whatever some stupid, silly people say. So, some gaslighting there.
It's real. We're here. We're here now. I wouldn't take this on and move forward if it wasn't anything else. And so that's important for me to say. And there's always going to be people that say noise.
You know. God, who have we heard that from before? Tommy Tallarico. And so, is it just? It's not just a load of games that he's cobbled together. It's just his collection from his house. So he's just putting it somewhere else. Yeah, maybe it's all gone damp in his basement or whatever. So he's got to put it somewhere else where it's a little bit warmer.
But whatever, that's just whatever. I don't care.
Oh yeah, he doesn't care. Just. Oh yeah, it's not a scam. It's all good. Ho 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 ho.
Anyways, so Justin LeClaire, another person, business person, knows my collection well. He does not live near us, so that's why he's not here. And then Josh Byerly, who is a business person, a local business person, wants us to get to the next step and has connections to businesses that might be interested in hosting a physical location, which is very important. And Mike and Michael is happy to say that there's a couple possibilities of informal conversations that we've already had about that. Can't say now, but we're on it.
So just go back a second minute.
Physical location, which is very important.
So he doesn't know where. So he's got. Yeah. So I did hear that right. So he's got ideas where he wants to put this thing, but he doesn't know where. So you think you'd say, right, well, the first thing I'm going to do is pick somewhere for it to go, and probably somewhere near where he lives so he can tend to it regularly. I mean, if it's all in his garage or basement, why don't you just keep it there? It'd be a lot easier. He knows where it is. But surely you must know where you're looking for. In 4 years, you must know where you're going to put it. You can't just suddenly go, I think I will get ahead with this museum. Where shall I put it? I don't know.
And Mike and Michael is happy to say that there's a couple possibilities of informal conversations that we've already had about that.
So he's meeting with people monthly, but he still hasn't figured out where to go or had any formal conversations about it.
Can't say now, but we're on.
Yeah, you can't say now because they don't exist.
On it. Okay, we're on it, and it's real, and that's the next step, and it's a very important step.
Notice how he keeps saying it's real. Keeps saying it's real, so that sort of seeds it in people's minds that it's real.
Anything you want to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
You're good. I would say one of the things that I really like about this project, that's always been true of him, is, we've been doing game shows for, way too long. It's like 16, 17 years now.
Yeah, and even before that, we were talking games.
And we literally met going for the same game at a Salvation Army. That's how we met.
Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah.
So that's it. So he tries to make himself sound humble by saying, he got a game for cheap from the Salvation Army, where it must have cost him less than $1, and then he probably went on to sell it at a swap meet for $50.
But one of the things about John
Do you remember the
is...
game?
What's that?
Do you remember the game?
Oh, it was some crappy Genesis sports title. Yeah. Should not surprise me.
1,000 trades between us over the years. Great
So one of the really big things about John, one of the reasons we've been friends for so long, and one of the reasons I'm involved with this, is one of the things I'm really passionate about is that,
You make lots of money from it.
you know, I was talking just a minute ago about the experience. You know, we all grew up playing games with friends until late at night, co-op, couch co-op, all that stuff, and the culture around that, and the camaraderie, and the early shows were just, you know, the early PRGE when it was still NWCGE was, you know, we're lucky to get 200 people in a
200 people total.
total.
Yeah.
But it was all about camaraderie, and back then it was like nobody knew what this stuff was, nobody cared about this stuff, but it was great, you know, people like Jesse and stuff, we would just start talking, and you get people that were passionate about stuff, and one of the really cool things about this project is it's all blown up now, and it's this huge, big thing, but John, and I think the people connected to this project have never lost that connection to us, all of us, the people who play the games, and the culture, and the stuff that we shared, and one of the things that he really wants to preserve is it's really not about him. In fact, we have to basically make it about him sometimes because it is his culture.
My name's not
We
even
were just
in
arguing
it.
about this like 5 minutes ago.
My name's not even in the, my N64 collection's in the museum, but they said your name's on it. Does that bother you? No, I don't care about that.
Of course he wants his name on the museum, so people can see, people will go to it. Would you go and see a random, if you're a simp, would you go and see a random N64 collection in a museum? No. Would you say, oh, it's John Hancock's, Humble Hancock's museum piece, oh, you'd go and see it. What nonsense. You know, it's like you'd go and see a painting full of Da Vinci paintings because, they're Da Vinci. If they're just random people, you wouldn't go and see them.
What matters to me is knowing that part of my collection is in public. That matters everything to me. That means everything to me.
What a lot of fucking bollocks.
I don't care if my name's on it. I don't care about that.
Yes, you do.
But it's as much about preserving
And surely he put his real name on it. John Hancock's obviously a pseudonym, not his real name.
the people and the culture as it is going to be about a bunch of rare games in a glass case on display somewhere. So I think that's important to state because I think, you know, we want this to feel like something that people are involved with.
Yes.
You can come and share rather than just being, hey, here's a bunch of really rare games on display.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
There's been a lot of talk, in the board through a couple of years, just about trying as hard as we can to make it experiential, the museum, so that
It was a board
that
decision.
culture can stay alive in the museum.
Yeah, and it was a board decision to wait to this
I like the way he said board decision, but the previous subtitle said poor decision.
day to go public. We were
Yeah, you're just waiting for the place where there's the most simps. Obvious.
ready. It was the right timing. The planets aligned. I think that we're entering a
Planets aligned there, he's gaslighting the audience again.
new normal. Now's the time to move forward. And it felt right. And that's what matters.
So he's obviously got the money ready to, the money he's going to make out of it.
Because this is not a me project. This is a we project.
No, it's not all about you, is it? No.
Don't look at, I know they say it's like, it's no longer, I don't look at it as my collection anymore, even though
Fuck off.
it technically is. But it's a one-way donation. Once a physical location is established, I'm donating it to the nonprofit.
But absolute bollocks. And you won't make any money from this? My arse. And you can't think of any place to have it? No, you can't think of a physical location for it? My arse.
I'm not on lease.
In
I'm not
fact,
selling.
That's already in writing. So
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. So it's a donation, and I feel good about that. It's not a lease. It's not, I get it back. And once you do that, it has to stay with the nonprofit. So if the nonprofit dissolves, then it goes to another nonprofit.
No, non-profit. Never mind, I'm sure you'll scam a few more games out of kids.
So that's really important. I don't think people realize when they collect, what do you do with this stuff? Does your wife want to deal with it?
No, it just sits in his fucking shed until he dies and his wife thinks, God, look at all this shit he's got. Let's just chuck it out.
Family care? Probably not. Okay, my family does not want to deal with it. They said it actually would be painful to deal with if something happened to you. We don't want to deal with it.
No, they just stick it on eBay and make a fortune.
Thank you for doing something about that. Oh, by the way, if we want to move, my wife's been amazing. Amazing support. God bless her.
My selfish just said, John, get this shit out of the fucking house.
So she says, by the way, if we want to move, these games can't really be here. I want you to have your collection.
Who thinks, oh, I'm going to move? Who really thinks, oh, I'm going to move? Oh, well, let's just up sticks. We're all very settled in the house we're in now. Let's just move. Nobody does that. You find a house that looks suitable, and then you fix stuff that needs fixing, and then you just crack on with things.
But it'll have to be different if we move somewhere else. And I honor that because she's been my wife over 20 years. And I love her, to death. And I respect and honor that. It's a balance. It's definitely a balance. And we'll do a Q&A afterwards if we have time. All right. Good? All right. All right. We got a logo. Yay, we got a logo.
So that's the logo that, if you can see, it's got the same that's on the thumbnail of this video. It's just a bit of it's just Northwest Video Game Museum in a slanted font as if it's from an 80s TV show like Street Hawk or something. Wow, that must have taken seconds to make. Look at all those gaslit simps chapping. Well, so you can't look at them. Chapping, clapping. You can hear them.
Hey, we got a logo. Okay, we've done a lot actually.
Yeah.
So it was an idea. It started out an idea. I talked about it a lot. I wanted to do it, but these folks know if I set my mind to something, I do it. Look at my
You set your mind to something for 4 years? Doubt it.
collections that I've amassed. It started out, I wanted to do it. Then I set a goal, and then I did it.
Actually, no, it's 25 years he's been talking about it, but it's been several years it's coming up on YouTube as a fucking scam. I set a goal and then I did it. Well, you haven't done it. You haven't even found a place to put it somewhere. You claim you've not got a physical location. This is just such absolute bollocks. This is sounding like an Intellivision Mark Pollard scam.
I'm the type of person, if I say I'm going to do it, I do it.
You lying bastard.
Okay? I'm kind of don't dance with words. And
You've been dancing for fucking years.
and I'm happy to be direct about certain things.
Well, you just keep saying you know all the time, and you just keep bobbing your head about for affirmation from your friends. Sorry, conspirators.
This is going to happen.
Oh yeah.
This is moving forward. I'm with real people, a real thing. Destination acquired, entity has been formed. We've been meeting a lot. Yeah, and informal and formal. Logo website created. I do have a Q&A and a button design by Eric Jensen. Awesome round button design with a little TV and antenna errors. Yeah. And then, so we'll do a Q&A and we'll try to answer questions, get a free button. Bank account created, strategic planning has begun. And so we're here to just talk about just overall.
So next steps are to finalise the business plan. So he hasn't even finalised that after all this time. This is Intellivision in 2018. Yeah, we're going to do this, and then they didn't.
We look at this and finalize a business plan, and that really the business plan varies because it all depends on what location we end up getting. It's like Goldilocks, right? Small, medium, and large. We could get a little place to get off the ground. We could get a well-established place. But that takes a lot of money.
Well, he'll know exactly how much space he needs because of all the shit in his basement. And he says it's going to take lots of money. Well, he'll make lots of money out of this.
That takes money. We're not here to ask for games or money. We're looking for
Where's a first?
For someone to partner with.
Oh, there you go. So you are asking for money.
That can get us to that physical location. We have some ideas and a couple options on the table already, but we're looking for.
And we've had some talks.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, we've had some talk. In other words, you've been down the pub, you've not got anywhere, so we just trying to look for places and people to leech off.
With some
Yes.
companies.
Yes.
One of which might definitely go somewhere.
Yeah. One's a definitely like checks all the boxes and be a static if that was a thing. Yeah, let's do a Volt. So I do this. I'm an analogy guy. So who knows what Voltron is? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, if this one place.
What's he miming his big massive dildo?
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, if this one place works out, we're gonna form video game Voltron. Okay, and I'll form the head. Okay, so seriously, if it works out, oh my gosh, it's gonna be awesome. But
we can't say what that means.
Yeah, it could be amazing, but I can't say it before than that. But anyways, the static. So it made my whole weekend. Anyways, all right. Okay, so for people who don't know, just raise your hand if you don't know anything about what I've collected over the many years. Okay, a couple people, yay, all right. All right, I'm committed to, and so a lot of people ask, well, what are you gonna keep? Very little, okay? I don't want a game room.
You liar.
I just need a small studio for my YouTube. It can be digital, I'll have a shelf. I don't want a game room. I don't want half a room. I want a little shelf, okay? The purpose of me collecting the majority of what I've collected over 30 years is for this. It's always been for this. I've never wanted to sell it. There's been some offers too on the table. Nope. At one big company, I won't say who, and I think that they wanted to buy a part of my collection. And
they definitely did.
They did, but there was nothing on the table. It was an informal talk, but I don't want that. Okay. I think even selling part of it would it's like chopping off an arm.
Fuck off. It just I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell it. I'll just give it away because I won't make any money from it. There, that's better.
But what if one place could house most of it? Now, some of the stuff I collect is hard to display, and it's hard to what is it? But
how can it be hard to display? Just put it up, stick a label on it, and let people look at it.
My collection includes over 30 complete U.S. game collections, including NES, missing a stadium events box. Didn't have the $43,000.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll make it off this.
Sega Genesis, only missing Outback Joey heartbeat system.
So you haven't got 30 complete US game collections.
N64 box collection, who saw it? Anybody see it in the museum? Thank you very much thank you, yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you for me collecting all this shit over my life. Yeah, love me.
Thank you for forgiving the FIFA 98 sun-faded box and the GT64. There's about a dozen that I was sad that I couldn't upgrade. Also, a majority of my YouTube is to upgrade my condition of my games or add things to it. So.
Yeah, just give me money, give me games, blah blah blah.
That is over half of what brings in, which is not a ton, is to add little bits and pieces of things that I want to flesh out still. Sega Saturn, K-Kona, Sega Saturn Shiro. Who saw the Sega Museum? Beautiful, beautiful collection. I don't have that, but I do have a complete Sega Saturn US collection, including Daytona USA Circuit Edition. Nice. So, Atari Jaguar fans out there? Anybody? All right, yay! All right, we gotta stick together here. All right. Plus many other obscure sets. Vectrex. I have several Fairchild Channel F, Odyssey 2, Atari 7800, 5200, Lynx, all complete US, nothing all the crazy stuff, but. Many others too. Many others I don't have complete, but all that would go with this. Okay, we're talking thousands of games. People ask how many. I have no idea. I haven't counted it.
You haven't counted them. Of course you bloody counted them. What a nonsense. You'll have counted them many times over because they're your babies.